Hello and welcome to Kayla Inspires. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Kayla. I'm a content creator and therapist, and I am doing a goal series here on this channel. And if this is your first time hopping onto this video, then definitely click the link below so that you can watch the series from the beginning. So I'm going to kind of like give you an update, an overview of kind of what we've done so far. So part one, we talked about how to set goals and how to explore or process through your intentions. Part two, we talked about how to make our big goals into monthly goals and set up weekly action steps. Part three, we talked about how to track your progress, doing goal tracking. And part four, we talked about ways to celebrate your wins, another huge part of goal setting. And so today is part five, the last part in this series. And today we're going to talk about how to keep the momentum going. So I'm going to share with you guys 3 tools that I think can be really powerful as you are going through your goal setting process or journey. Okay. All right. So if that's something that you are ready to dive in with me, then let's go. All right. So the first tool is to create a vision board. So a vision board is a visual kind of like representation of your goals. Most people, or a lot of people, do vision boards on a yearly basis, and they will create a vision board for the whole year. I do that as well, but there's different ways that you can use vision boards. I mean, you can use vision boards for so many different things. One way that you could use it to help with your goals is to create a vision board of your goal. So if your goal, so let's just use me an example. So my goal is to increase my subscribers. So the big goal is to get to 5,000 by the end of this year. So I can create a vision board that is just all about my big goal, right? So it could be, I can print out pictures of myself. I can print out pictures of my YouTube channel, like banner. I can write down there 5,000 subscribers. I can put in there affirmations, I can put in there quotes, I can put in there anything that is going to encourage me or it's going to motivate me towards my goals. You can also do monthly goals. So I think I've talked about my goal setting planner in previous sessions, but I have created a goal planner that basically helps you. So the process that I've been talking about through all the last 5 steps is using my goal planner. And so basically all the steps are laid out in this goal planner. One of the things that's in there is a monthly vision board. And so the way that the plan works is that you set up monthly goals. And so there is a sheet, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. There is a sheet that you can create. So this is it. So it's a vision board and it has a little box in there. And as you can see, you can put 4 pictures on there, and you can do kind of like headings as to what your goals are for the month. You can do like this one that I did here. I did it on Canva. And so basically I put a box in there, and then I wrote down what my 4 goals are. And then I put a picture next to them. And then I have this inside of my goal planner. So you could do something like this. And so if you use the goal planner, there's already a space for you to use it, because I'm a visual person, and so I truly believe in the power of visualization. And so if I am looking at what my vision or my goal is, then it's going to be that much more motivating. It's going to help me to remind myself. It's going to motivate me to take the steps needed to go and achieve these goals. You can create a vision board specifically for that goal that you're trying to achieve. So for instance, maybe you're trying to lose 50 pounds. So maybe like your vision board can just be, what are the different things that you're going to do to achieve that goal? So maybe in your vision board, you can put in there exercise, you can put in there healthy snacks or healthy food, and you can write in there, I will lose 50 pounds by this date. So you can get very creative with that, which is another way. So if you're a visual person, this would be a great tool to use in your goal planning. So definitely something to think about. I know that I like to do this, and there's a lot of different ways, but a vision board is definitely something that I think would help you in staying in momentum with your goal. So you're constantly looking at it. That's the second part, is how to use a vision board. I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't want this video to be long, and I do plan on bringing a vision board video and I can talk about the ways that I use a vision board. But basically, you want to put it somewhere where you're going to see it every day, primarily in the morning when you wake up and before you go to bed. So sometimes for a lot of people that's in their bedroom. For some people it might be in the kitchen or their office, wherever that is for you, so that every morning you see it, you visualize yourself achieving these goals, and it just kind of keeps it alive in your subconscious mind. So that is tip number 1. So the second tip or tool is to do visual reminders. So it kind of like goes along with the vision board, where the thing is that if you write down your goals and if you put them away, you're not going to remind yourself, right? And so we have to be very intentional when we think about achieving goals or doing anything in our lives. Literally, life is all about intention, right? If you are not being intentional every single day, then you are not going to be living in purpose. Like, you're not going to be fulfilling who you are. So visuals are huge when it comes to goal planning, when it comes to really like identifying the things that you really want. If you're constantly be reminded, you're going to put in the action. There's so much evidence, research on that. So a visual reminder could be anything as simple as a sticky note, right? So if you feel like a vision board is not your thing, maybe try a visual little cue, right? And so that could be like a sticky note that you can write on there. I am healthy. I am my ideal weight. You can put on there like eat healthy foods. You can put in there like exercise makes me happy. And those are all like little cues to just encourage you to work through, to show up for yourself, to do the things that you need to do to kind of keep you in action, in momentum, right? All right, so this one is mine. So it says, I love inspiring other people to live a life worth living, right? And so I can put this anywhere. Like I put this on next to my dresser. I can put this in my office. I can attach it to somewhere near my computer desk or a computer screen so that I'm looking at it all day long. I could do something else. I can say, you know, I will post one YouTube video every week. I can put, I love creating YouTube videos, things like that. You can post this anywhere. So again, it could be anywhere in your home, in your office. You can even take a picture of it, put it as like your lock screen. In other words, it's like keeping the vision for yourself, reminding yourself that you can read this and it can really keep you kind of like hopeful. It can encourage you, and it can be really, really powerful. So visuals are another really important thing. All right, so tip or tool number 3 is this would be more like a law of attraction kind of technique, which is in your calendar, you would write that you have accomplished that goal. I actually used this when I went for my social work license, which is, so I had an appointment on June 20th to go for my test. I would say things like, I will pass my test, or I will achieve this goal, or something like that. But a more powerful technique is to write in your calendar on the deadline that you want to achieve this goal that already happened, right? So what I did was on June 20th in all my calendars, I put on there, I became a licensed social worker, or I became an LCSW. So instead of I'm gonna pass my test, I will, you know, be successful, or whatever it is you're putting it as it already happened. So I passed my test. I actually did that on my vision board as well. So basically it's just you already putting it out there as it already happened. So another example that I thought of was like, if you're buying a house, so let's just say that your goal date would be you know, May 31st. So you would say like, I want to have a house by May 31st. Go into your calendar, and on May 31st, write, I bought my dream home. Or if you're trying to pay off debt, you can write in there, I paid off my Amazon credit card, or I paid off my student loans, right? My student loans are paid in full. That's another really great technique that you could use. Instead of just like what's going to happen, you are writing it as it already happened, right? and then you have no choice, right? You're more encouraged, like that already happened, it's gonna happen, so I gotta put in the work. So that's another really great tip or tool that you can use to achieve your goals. The last one is, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but there's something called the focus wheel. And a focus wheel is a tool that you could use. Again, it's another visual. I just realized all of these are visuals. But it's a visual tool that you can use to encourage you and to keep yourself in kind of momentum. So basically, I have an example here. And I actually have a video that I will link below where I actually walk you through creating a focus wheel. So if you're interested in that, then definitely the link will be below. So basically a focus wheel is, this is just like a different type of focus wheel. If you were to look it up online, they actually have them like an actual wheel with like different like separations. I seen this technique, or I seen this one online, and I like this one better. And so basically you are writing your goal or intention in the middle. And then there's 12 different areas or spaces around where you will write affirmations, intentions, all around your focus wheel. So for example, if mine would say in the middle, it would say that I have 5,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And then the areas, the 12 different areas, maybe I would write something like, I love creating YouTube videos, I love sharing my knowledge with others, creating content is so much fun. And so what you would do is you would put this, just like we talked about the vision board, you would put this somewhere where you're going to see it every morning, and you literally would stand in front of it and you would say the goal out loud. And you would read each and every of those 12 affirmations or statements. What this is supposed to do, it's supposed to raise like your vibration. It's supposed to raise your like excitement towards your goal. So if I say I will have a 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, every single statement that I read out loud is going to make me more excited to make that goal happen. So if I say I love creating videos, kind of coming up with content is so much fun. If it's I love sharing ideas with everyone else, even saying it to myself, I'm already smiling, right? So this is another powerful tool that you could use to work in keeping yourself in forward action, right? So it's kind of like keeping the momentum going. So when we talk about keeping the momentum going, is looking for tools that are going to encourage you and inspire you to take action. We want to keep taking action, because the minute you stop taking action, it's going to be so much harder to keep going. Think about anything in your life that I think about routines. I'll give you an example. I think about routines, and like a couple weeks ago, I got a really bad cold, and I was in bed for like a good 3 days. So I am a creature of habits. Habits work for me. But the minute that something happens and it breaks my habit and my momentum kind of halts, it's so hard to start again. So I wasn't able to do any of my normal day-to-day habits, like getting up early, right? Getting up early, meditating, journaling, and doing all those things that I do in the mornings didn't happen because I was sick. So when I started feeling better, it was so hard to start going back to my routine. It was hard to wake up early because my body had like 6 days of waking up later. It was hard to get back to exercising because I haven't exercised in so long. So it's so important for us to do the things that we need to do to stay in momentum. So doing these types of things can really help you, to encourage you, to keep you hopeful, to keep taking the steps you need for your goals. All right, so as a wrap up, the 4 tools or tips that I mentioned in this video, number 1 is create a vision board. Number 2 is create little visuals. Number 3 is use a law of attraction technique where you are putting in your calendar a phrase that your goal is already accomplished. And the last one is use a focus wheel. So please comment below and let me know which of these 4 tips or tools you've used or you've been encouraged to use. Maybe you heard about them and maybe like this is kind of a sign that maybe you want to try one of them. I'm a visual person, so I'd probably use all of these. The focus wheel I don't use as much. I don't really use. That was one that I did before, and this is probably encouraging me to create a focus wheel just for this goal. But definitely vision board I do, and visual reminders I do for a lot of different things. So those are like my 2 top. But which ones would you like do, or which ones have you done? Definitely let me know, and definitely hit that like button. So this is the end of this series. I hope that you guys enjoyed and followed along with me, and comment below and let me know what goals you're working on, what goals have this inspired you to kind of work towards. What did you get out of this series? I hope that this helped you. I hope that, you know, learning these different steps and techniques was helpful to you. And if you're interested in my goal planning journal, I will link the shop below so that you can kind of go check it out. I think it's a pretty good value for what you get out of it. So you have every sheet that I've gone through in this series, every sheet, every step already laid out for you in a nice journal that you could use to work on your goals. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you could be notified when I post more videos. All right, see you later.